I
Yeah,
thought
man.
this was gonna be on some asylum bullshit. You know what I mean?
No,
That's what I
I
thought.
would not. I was not going to make it my business to tell you about this trailer, and it looked like some bullshit, bro. Trust me, because when I saw it, I was like, yeah. I said this actually looks better than I said it's better than Anaconda 3 and 4, but it definitely looks better than part 2. And part 2 had more money for more snakes, and they gave you everything but more snakes in part 2. Like I love as a guilty pleasure, I love Anacondas, The Hunt for the Blood Orchid. I went to the movies to see it. It wasn't a great experience, but it was some fun moments. But y'all showcased everything but the snakes. You know, you did the whole aliens where we're going to put an S on the end of it. It's more of them coming to get you type of shit. And it's like, yeah, y'all didn't really do much with it, man. And it was directed by the fucking guy that did Halloween 4. I'm
What?
like, come on, man.
Really?
Yeah,
Really?
Dwight Little did
He's gonna
Anacondas,
be
The
coming
Hunt for
up
the Blood
soon.
Orchid.
He's
Yes.
definitely gonna be coming up soon. He's coming up.
Why?
He's
Why you say that?
coming
With
up because
it wasn't that.
he directed one of my movies on my list.
Oh, I already know. I know. Oh, I know what you. I know. I know. I know what movie you talking about. And you,
He actually
I knew.
directed two. There's two,
I
but there's two
knew
of them.
that the guy, the lead guy that's in one of those movies you talking about, I knew he was gonna pop the fuck up on your list. I knew it. I knew.
That popped up
I
in my
knew, man.
honorables, but we'll see.
I I swear, man. I told my girl I was like, Johnny's list is about to be on some shit, man. I said this is why I kept texting you and telling you, yo, I might have to do my list over, bro. Like I don't know, man. I feel confident in my list, but I said I know it's a lot of movies you're gonna mention that I didn't see or that I didn't even think of as far as like, damn, I should have put that like even in the honorable mentions type of thing. I already know.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. Oh, I know what movie you talking about too. Oh, I know what movie you talking about. Mm. Mm-mm-mm.
But as far as that goes, one of the movies that are not on my list that is getting a sequel or a fourth entry releasing this summer, Will Smith and
Talk
Martin
about it.
Lawrence are back again for
Yes, they
Live.
are.
Or
Yes,
no,
they are.
Ride or Die. You know what?
Ride or die. Yes, they are.
We I think I
Ooh-wee.
think we were both in agreement because when we said like, do we really need a fourth one? No, because like For Life was actually a really great send off for them. But
Yes,
watching
it
that
was.
trailer, goddamn,
Yes.
I'm I'm sold. I'm sold. I'm fucking sold.
I didn't know how
Like,
I didn't know how you was gonna feel about it. Listen, I promise you, yo, I did not sleep. Like I have not really slept like that in the past couple of days. So I woke up. My daughter was telling me about her bad dream, and I'm like, yo, you got to stop watching all this crazy shit on YouTube before you go to sleep. So we've been up. So we're sitting there, just I'm bullshitting here on the laptop. She's on her tablet, and I jumped up. I was like, oh shit! She's like, what, Daddy? What? I was like, the Bad Boys 4 trailer just dropped. They didn't drop a teaser. They dropped a full trailer. Like it's like 3 minutes
uh,
long. She's like, Daddy, just do the trailer. Like, just do it. And I was like, yo, I was like, all right. I said, I'm gonna give you your tablet, your headphones. I said, just don't like really interrupt me too much when I'm trying to record. I said, I'm gonna just record right here while you hear. Bro, I swear to God, I did not. I wanted I wanted to have expectations, but like we said, if it's bad, cool. We got 3 movies to enjoy, but I thought the trailer was fucking incredible. I said to myself, you guys are doing shit in a Bad Boys movie that I have not seen before, and one of the things I compared it to was Fast Five, where Vince asked Brian O'Connor, how's it feel to be on the other side of a wanted poster? Now these motherfuckers are fugitives on the run. Captain Howard's been framed and they got to clear his name. I said, oh my God, this is amazing.
yeah.
It's fucking amazing. Yes, yes, I am. I just mentioned you. Why? You in a rush or something? I just sang your praises, actually. She's like, you're still making videos? Yeah.
She's like,
Yeah, I am.
keep my name out your mouth.
Yeah, exactly. Fucking yo, bro, I'm telling you, like, I don't even care that they recasted Teresa
Teresa Rand.
Randall.
You know
I don't even care
kind
anymore.
of a down for me. That's kind of a blemish because I feel like that just ruins the continuity and the camaraderie of the cast. So I just feel like that's I don't know. That kind of sucks. That sucks. Like as a
Two,
fan, that
two
sucks.
hundred, 200% agree with you, bro, because I said that I don't know about anybody else, but when you recast, and people might look at it like this is all shit that I said. People might look at it like, oh, well, she was only in one scene in part two or two scenes in part two, and she was barely in part three. But she is a key piece to that family aspect of the movie. You know, like she is, you know, they have kids together. She's in a shootout sequence in the first movie. So to recast a character that important, whether she's minor or not in the sequences as the movie's going along, I look at it like it throws me off, like you said, continuity wise. It throws me off, and I always look at it like they're playing a different character. And I mentioned when Paul Rudd plays Tommy Doyle in Halloween 6, when Tuesday Night plays Kristen Parker in Dream Master,
Don
and so
Cheadle
on and
playing
so forth. Like
fucking James Rhodes.
Don Cheadle playing Rhodes, Nick Stahl playing John Connor in Terminator 3. I'm looking at it like it's a whole different character each time. Like it just, for people like us, it throws our whole fucking, like, it throws our brainwaves off. But everything that they gave us in this trailer, I can look past it. I can look past it. Depending on how much they give her to do in the movie, I'm cool. I'm good. Because this shit looks like, for a fourth entry?
I do hope that they bring back the kids from the third one, though. I really do hope they bring them back, because I felt like the torch should be passed to them.
Which one?
Vanessa Hutchins, Josh Hutcherson.
Ammo? Oh, they're in the trailer.
Are they? I didn't see.
They're in the trailer.
No.
Yeah, there's a trailer. I said there's a trailer. They're in the trailer. Yeah, they're in the trailer because Camille, you're doing way too much. So Ammo is in the trailer. The only one that's not in the trailer is the dude that kept getting smart with Will Smith's character throughout the course of the movie.
Joyner
Camille,
Lucas is in this fucking movie?
Go upstairs. Yeah, unfortunately. Camille, take your tablet, take the phone, take the headphones, go upstairs. Bye.
Oh my god, bro.
Camille, go upstairs. Go upstairs. Camille, go. Jesus Christ. RNZ Live is about to get dark for a second.
Fantastic's in this movie, too.
Who?
The original Mr. Fantastic.
Oh, Ian Garoffa.
Yeah.
Camille, go upstairs. Bye. Goodbye. Close my door.
And Mr.
Close my door. Who?
Another one.
Oh,
We just win.
I don't want him in there.
And another one.
I don't want him in there. He was in the last one, wasn't he? Yeah, he was, because he was the one that was in like the meat factory or something. Yeah, he was like the butcher, and he banged his hand in with the meat tenderizer. I'm sorry, I don't care if we don't ever get DJ Khaled on the show. I don't like him. I don't. He's very overwhelming. He's very extra. He's very. It's just too much.
Yeah,
it's too much.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do like a rewatch of all three movies. 2 was not my favorite. I did not really care for 2. I didn't really care for 2.
That one, that's my favorite one.
Is it?
I don't know if it's because I saw it in the theater, but what I said was, I think, and it's a bold statement, I think Bad Boys 2 is the Terminator 2 of the franchise, where we get action sequences that don't let up. They don't give you any room to breathe. The only time they give you room to breathe is for maybe like some comic relief, maybe a little bit of dialogue here and there thrown amongst Marcus and Mike. But there's action sequences that went so long, I didn't get bored.
Yeah.
But I was like,
when you think about it, it's like John Wick 4, because all the
I haven't finished it.
Oh,
I haven't finished it.
Well, I'm just saying, all the action sequences like 20 minutes long.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I got as far as to when Scorpion was fighting Donnie Yen. That's as far as I got. I know how it ends, but I'm like, That's as far as I got.
Man, there is an amazing sequence, bro, toward the end, dude. You,
Is it?
you gotta finish it. Yeah, there's an amazing sequence at the end. Dragon breath. Just remember that.
Oh, wait, what? That's Martin Lawrence's name in House Party.
Yeah, but no, these are shotgun rounds that are uh, flammable, and they're
Incendiary
called
incendiary shots?
and they're
Oh,
called dragon breath.
that's that Left 4 Dead shit right there.
Mm-hmm.
That's that Left 4 Dead shit. When you get with Left 4 Dead 2, when you get the incendiary rounds, oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
and
I need
that scene goes hard, bro. Just wait. But yeah, I can't wait for Bad Boys. June is gonna be off the fucking hook because it's kicking off the summer.
Yes.
Kicking off the summer bracket.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I can't
Yeah,
wait.
man.
I'm excited.
I was so fucking impressed with that trailer, man, altogether. I was like, this is and that plane sequence where those guys are trying to frame them on the plane, but they gotta fight their way out and it crashes. And the fact that Jacob Scipio's character, the son, is so dangerous, they've got him in a fucking cage.
Mm-hmm.
That's Idris Elba the harder they fall shit, where they had him in a cage on the fucking train. And I'm like, that is badass. And you gotta bring him back. You have to bring him back, man. But
That's
yeah,
like
that
people
actually,
think it's expendable.
yeah, exactly. That's how they kind of had Wesley Snipes in Expendables 3. But listen, man, I'm so glad you brought that up because that was going to be my segue into our shit. That was
Yes,
what
and
it was going to be.
Bad Boys is a staple of '90s action movies. People think about
Yes,
when you think
it
'90s, when you
is.
think early '90s action, you think Bad Boys, you think The Rock, Gone in 60 Seconds. These are staples in '90s action cinema, and
I'm actually nodding, but I've never seen The Rock before.
you never seen The Rock with Sean Connery and Nick Cage?
Nick Cage, is it? It's not Ving Rhames. Who the fuck is in there? That
Tony Todd.
fuck. Tony Todd. That's who it was. I said Ving Rhames. Jesus Christ. Well, they both were in a zombie movie, so it counts.
Yeah, just not together.
Yeah,
Just not together.
yeah. Unfortunately, but no,
That would have
yeah.
been
Those are good. Those are good examples of yes. Ving Rhames' version of Ken in Dawn of the Dead and Tony Todd's version of Ben. Ben and Ken.
Yeah.
That's the spinoff right there. Come on, Zack Snyder. Like, what are you doing, Zack Snyder? We need the Ben and Ken movie.
You got Omari Hardwick ready for Army of the Dead 2, bro. What are you doing? Let's go. Come on, hurry up. Let's wrap this Rebel Moon bullshit already so we can get Army of the Dead 2 already. Come on.
I haven't even seen Rebel Moon yet. Don't do his version of Star Wars like that,
It's
man.
Garbage, bro. It's garbage. It's
You didn't
fucking
like
garbage.
it? I didn't watch it yet. I wanna give it a chance, but I know I'm gonna be like,
just wait.
It's another
Wait
3-hour
for the
movie,
R cut.
man.
Just wait for the R-rated cut that's going to be dropping in August. Wait for that cut. Don't watch the bullshit that's on Netflix now. Wait for the 3-hour cut that's coming out in August.
Oh man,
Because that's going to be the cut that everyone's going to think is superior anyway.
probably.
But yeah, people think '90s action movies; those are movies that they bring up. But here on R&Z, we got some of our favorite '90s action movies that we feel people don't bring up as much, and we're gonna fucking kick off the list. So I got a little bit of everything on my list. I got everything from sci-fi to martial arts to gunplay to car chases. So I got a nice variety of everything, and my whole list is nothing but Steven Seagal movies. So let's fucking go.
So we already know Johnny's got Under Siege 2, Half Past Dead, that vampire movie that went straight to DVD.
Exit Wounds with DMX.
Fuck! Exit Wounds. That was the one I meant to say. God damn. Steven's. I can't.
I don't know, man.
Steven.
The fall from grace of Steven Seagal needs to be studied because that is fucking one hell of a dick, bro. What the fuck happened?
He said the fall from grace of Steven Seagal. Yo, that's a topic, bro. We need to talk about like the downfalls of maybe certain actors. It don't even really have to be action stars, but actors that were just like
Van Damme is
catapulting
another
upward.
one.
That
Just
well,
like,
he's
what
got
the
a
fuck,
new
dude?
trailer for a new movie apparently.
Yeah,
I
going
don't know.
straight to Redbox. So, talk to me.
Shit. Fuck.
You know what I mean? So it's
A,
like,
a, a Van Damme. I'm a Street Fighter fan. He said that. I did not. I would love to see
I'm
you
still
as
pissed
Old
that he
Man
turned
Guile.
down Johnny Cage because he thought it was a fucking insult to his fucking character. I'm still pissed off about that shit, man. Fuck out of here. It
Yeah.
was a fucking love letter to you, motherfucker. It wasn't a criticism of you. Idiot.
Yeah, we would have had way better kicks from Johnny Cage had Jean-Claude
Yes.
Van Damme played the character, to be honest. Like, nothing against
Yes.
Lyndon
We would have
Ashby. I
gotten
think
this.
Lyndon
We
Ashby,
would have gotten the splits. You know what
yeah,
I mean? We would have gotten the splits.
exactly. You would have gotten a Nutcracker. You would have
Yep.
gotten a Nutcracker for sure. And he did it in the movie, but he did it, it was a stunt double. He did
Yeah.
it. The
It
only
was.
thing that was Lyndon Ashby was the close-up where he actually punched Goro in the nuts.
Yeah. It's.
We better
Yeah.
get that in Mortal Kombat 2. We better get that. I don't know if
It's Carl
what's the
Urban
name?
though. So I don't know if we're gonna get that.
I almost called that motherfucker John Berthal. Like we should be so lucky, right?
Yeah,
We should
for
be so
real.
lucky, man. I no,
I,
yeah. I don't know if Carl Urban has practiced that, but yeah, there's certain signature moves we need, bro. If you don't get the Nutcracker, then please give us the Shadow Kick or the Shadow Uppercut, or even the Green Flame.
yeah. Or
I'm
the
cool with whatever.
torso. Just rip off someone's fucking torso off. We'll be happy with that.
That too.
You know what
Uppercut
I mean?
somebody's head off, one or the other. Doesn't matter. We need something done, sir.
Okay, so I'll kick off the list because I referenced this earlier and I said that Dwight Little is going to appear on my list.
I already
And
know what it
lo
is.
and behold, he is at number 5, one of my favorite Brandon Lee movies, Rapid Fire. This
Hmm
mother,
You've
this
been telling me
fucking
to watch
movie
this
is
shit for the
amazing.
longest.
This movie's amazing. Even at half speed, Brandon Lee is still fucking fast, dude. You know what I mean? Like he's really good. This was the movie that really solidified him as the action star. Had he had not died, this motherfucker would have been big, dude. He would have been bigger than his dad had he had not passed away.
Alan B. McElroy wrote the script for this too. Him and Dwight Little loved working together, man. Alan B. McElroy wrote the script for Halloween 4 too.
Oh,
So
really?
this is what the second time they worked together.
Maybe.
You got Powers Booth is in here. Rest in peace.
Mm-hmm.
Kate Hodge from fucking Texas Chainsaw 3. Basil
Yep.
Wallace from Return of the Living Dead 3.
Cosmo.
Damn. Al Leong from I know what he's in, but I gotta click on it. Was he in The Golden Child? No, he was in Die Hard. He's just a goon in every movie he's in. I know I saw his face somewhere.
Michael Paul
I'm not trying to.
Chan.
God damn.
Yeah, this is a phenomenal movie, bro. This is a really good movie. The shootout scene in the Italian restaurant is fucking amazing. Because all of a sudden
Last
they pull out
Action
a
Hero
fucking
is what he was in.
Last Action Hero.
He was in last. He was a goon in Last Action Hero. He was in Hot Shots Part 2. He was in Beverly Hills Cop 3, The Shadow. God damn, this dude. Lethal Weapon 4, The Scorpion King. He's one of those guys. This guy, what's his name again? Al Leong. He's one of those guys that just has to play a goon in every movie he's in.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
pretty convinced. I was about to say we got Corey Feldman in here, but that dude's name is John Vickery. Go on IMDb and scroll down and look at John Vickery and tell me that motherfucker does not at first glance look like Corey Feldman. God damn, yo. He looks like Mr. Feldman.
What was his name again?
First glance. Shit. John Vickery, all the way at the bottom. He looked like Feldman.
Oh, this picture he looks more like fucking oh yeah, this picture he looks like Feldman, but the picture they used on Google, he looks more like Tobey Maguire. He's wearing his fucking jag suit and everything, bro. Like he looks like fucking Tobey Maguire with the fucking comb over and shit.
Say he look like Tobey Maguire. I laugh because, like, poor Tobey Maguire. I always imagine that Tobey Maguire doesn't want to bother anybody. He doesn't want to be involved in anybody's conversations. But Rapid Fire, I remember you were telling me to watch this, like, I want to say like 2, 3 streams ago
Yeah,
that you brought this movie up, and I remember writing it down on like one of the pieces of paper on the board over here, and I think I think it was I stopped at a shootout with Brandon Lee, and he was trying to get the girl out of the building, and they were
the
kind of shooting
museum.
shit up because I don't know what he saw, but he saw something that
Well, he saw an
required them to
execution.
shoot his shit up.
Yeah, they saw an
Okay, yeah, there you
execution.
go. Yeah. And then I never really finished. I stopped when the shootout was happening.
Yeah, then the movie goes from LA, goes into Chicago, and then you start realizing that the mob, the Italian mob, is beefing with the triads. So there's this whole thing, subplot with that going on.
Yeah, I, I, I keep telling myself I I want to be more of a Brandon Lee fan outside of The Crow. Like that was my introduction to Brandon Lee, but I don't. Sometimes I feel like it's not fair for me to just base his entire career on that character. So I try to go back on like this is with any actor or actress. Like I try to go back on certain movies that they do. And I remember you suggesting Rapid Fire to me. It was another Brandon Lee movie where I was just like, all right, I could probably kind
Showdown
of get
with
with this shit.
Tokyo.
That one. That was the one. But other than that, it was like, all right, I'm going to have to warm up to this. The other two, I was like, all right, I've been recommended, so I can get with it. But yeah, man, maybe I gotta get Rapid Fire.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Rapid
This is the
Fire
second time
is
I've heard you talk about it on the show.
yeah. I mean, it's a really solid '90s action movie, and it's not one of these other action movies that is just really cheesy as fuck. But it's a real story. It's like some real depth behind Brandon Lee and what he's trying to portray as an actor. But his martial arts expertise is on full display in this movie, and which is like really, really fitting because in Showdown Little Tokyo, he's utilized, but he's not. So this one really shows the full talent of what he could do as a martial artist and as an actor because he has to carry
Yeah,
the
because
fucking movie.
he definitely was a great actor.
So that is my number 5, Rapid Fire.
Um, what is my? Let me look at my shit here. Oh, my number 5 is it's a little bit blasphemous because my number 5 I played the game first and I did not see the movie, but I played the game and I was like, this shit can't be gassed up for no reason. So I went back and watched the movie and I was like, oh, um, this is probably my favorite of the ones I've seen in this entire franchise. My number 5, I'm jumping this shit off with GoldenEye.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
Martin Martin Campbell, yeah, and it almost didn't make my list, but I'm like, as far as action movies of the '90s go, um, Pierce Brosnan is my James Bond. Like I grew up with Pierce Brosnan. Now, granted, I didn't really have to grow up with Roger Moore or Sean Connery or fucking
Timothy
like George
Dalton.
Lazenby, Timothy Dalton, shit like that. I didn't have to grow up with them to appreciate it, but Pierce Brosnan was the one that I was like, okay, this dude is he embodies what they say James Bond is. Like he is a spy, he's an asshole, he's sarcastic, he's a playboy, he's a murderer. He's just hard as nails, man. He gets
Yeah,
the job done. And I remember playing the game and seeing all these characters. I was like Natalia and Boris and Xenia Onatopp and goddamn,
Alec Trevon.
defense Alex, yeah, him, Sean Bean, whatever the fuck you say his name, Sean Bean, and
Zombie.
Defense Minister Mitri Mishkin, and General Orumov, and Valentine. All these characters, I was like, this has got to be amazing for it to have a video game based off of it, even though it wasn't hard to do back then. Are you?
Yeah, no,
Okay.
they're going to sleep.
Okay. Well, you can relax. I was trying to talk about GoldenEye.
You always kidding. You still doing it?
Yes, I am. So GoldenEye, right? Like I was like, these characters can't be, can't be this, they can't be this prominent in this game for no reason at all. So I'm like, I gotta go back and watch this movie, and I watched the movie from the opening sequence. First of all, it was nostalgia for me because Camille, sit back. It was nostalgia for me because I'm like, oh, that's the facility. Oh, that's the dam.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the library stacks. Oh, that's St. Petersburg. Oh, that's the cradle. And that's this, that, and the other. So I'm like, all right, I'm playing the game as I'm watching the movie, but the movie, the way that they push the story along is a lot better. And the way that you see how 006 betrays 007 is way better. So I'm like, this is the movie, man. Even after watching Tomorrow Never Dies, The World Is Not Enough, I've rented multiple times, and the game too. It didn't hit the way it did. Die Another Day, I went to the movies to see, and I love it as a guilty pleasure. There's great moments in Die Another Day, but the movie's just goofy. But I'm like, GoldenEye
Tomorrow
is
Never
like the gold.
Dies. GoldenEye and Tomorrow Never Dies to me are good movies. Here's a fun fact
Camille,
for
back
you.
up.
I know.
Yeah, can
Here's
you?
a hi.
Okay, scram.
He's a friend. I know him.
She's like, oh my God, you guys are on YouTube. I actually saw him. Like she thinks we are famous, bro. Like she thinks we are famous.
We're
I promise.
on our way.
She
We're
don't.
on our way.
We're on our way.
We're
Yeah.
on our
She doesn't know.
way.
We still going through the gauntlet, trying not to get canceled every fucking episode.
Yeah.
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 Sorry.
I'm getting better. I'm biting my tongue at certain. There's some Kendricks and Diddy shit that I didn't say yet. So I'll say that shit for
Man.
TikTok.
But
Here's a fun fact
no,
that
you were saying about
GoldenEye was actually originally supposed to be for Timothy Dalton. That was actually supposed to be his final movie, but because when you look at it, GoldenEye is really in line with The Living Daylights and License to
The Living
Kill.
Daylights. Yep, it is. And you can see that they got, like, Pierce Brosnan, as far as the likeness goes, looks-wise, he looks the most like the previous Bond. So
Yeah.
I could definitely see that. I could see that happening. I could see that happening.
And when I
Damn,
found
I
that
didn't know
out,
that, man.
blew
Tell
my
me
mind.
something.
Yeah, that blew
Yeah.
my mind. I was like, what the fuck? And it totally makes sense because after that, the Brosnan movies started becoming more campy and shit like that. And
Yes, they
instead
did.
of like really dark and gritty, GoldenEye was. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Like I don't know, man. Like GoldenEye is just, it's, again, man, it checks all the boxes for me as far as like a James Bond movie. Like he James Bond's got to fuck two chicks a movie. You know, you got one that you can't get, and that's always going to be Moneypenny. But he fucks Natalia, and he smashes the chick that he's like speeding. He's speeding in that car, while Xenia Onatop is like she's like smiling at him, but he's speeding in the car with her, and then he makes out with her. You know, he busts that ass. But
Yeah.
he you know, and then he prevails at the end. But Tomorrow Never Dies was just so. I know Michelle Yeoh is in there, and I've grown to really appreciate her in everything she's in, whether it's voice acting on screen or what. But I don't remember shit from that movie except a remote control car. That's it. And that's not even really, that doesn't hold up too well. And The World Is Not Enough. I remember, is it Monica Bellucci? Is she in The World Is Not Enough?
Yeah.
She's in there. I remember Denise Richards was awful in that movie. I remember the lead guy couldn't feel pain, so that was a little scary. And I remember Valentine came back, but he dies in that one. And I remember the video game being pretty decent, but then Die Another Day, I was like, all right, this is just like they're going for broke.
Yeah.
And like I like it because it's goofy.
It's bad. Halle Berry couldn't save that movie, bro. Like that had to have been like a filler movie for her before X-Men. Like that's what that movie had to be.
No matter what bikini she listen, like, don't get me wrong, as a guilty pleasure, I love Die Another Day, but as a good Bond film, I'm like, this, like, it's got a lot of fucking problems, man. It's got they had a They had an invisible car in that shit, man. Like they had an invisible car, and remember Bond was like parasailing on a fucking iceberg.
Was it
I'm
like
like,
the
what?
opening? Wasn't that the
No,
opening
that
to
was
that movie?
no. The opening was in like North Korea, where they were doing like a diamond exchange, and Bond, they found out his true identity, so it was a big chase with the over the landmines and shit like that with the little hovercrafts and shit. But that was like towards the third act of the movie where he was like he's parasailing on a fucking iceberg. Like, and the guy had a big laser that was going through the ice and all of that type of nonsense. I was like, this is crazy, man. This is insane.
Wow.
But GoldenEye though, it is pun intended the gold standard as far as a James Bond movie goes for me. It's one of the reasons why I don't think Casino Royale kind of measured up for me because I just don't really buy, not yet at least, because I haven't seen Quantum of Solace.
Final
The
Solace
the
is
rest of
terrible
Daniel.
because the problem is that there was a writer's strike in the middle of filming that movie, so a
Mm,
lot of it they had to fucking improvise. So that
damn,
the whole
for a
second,
James
third act
Bond
is
movie?
improv. Yeah, because when they were filming that
Shit.
movie, they fucking had a writer's strike right as that happened when they were filming. So they couldn't use any of the writers. They couldn't use them to write or type up new scenes. So they had to like just improv it and just go along.
God
That movie is
damn.
such a mess, dude, and it kind of ruins. That's the only blemish I can think of Daniel Craig's stint uh, as a Bond.
So what they have? Casino Royale, Quantum of Solace. Shit. What were the other ones?
Quantum of
I was about to
Solace,
say. I was about to say Quantum
Skyfall,
Leap, Skyfall,
Spectre, and
Spectre,
uh,
and No Time to Die,
yeah, No Time to Die.
which I definitely ruined for myself watching that ending with Rami Malek. And Rami Malek is one of those villains. First of all, Rami Malek just looks scary because he always looks like he's in on a joke that you don't even know about. Rami Malek just looks like he's ready to laugh every chance he gets.
Yep.
So I don't
I
no
I
no.
I think I think No Time to Die ended the way it was supposed to end. I think that was the right way to end that movie.
Yeah, especially for that storyline that they were telling about Bond, because if we're going to reboot it at some point, which they're talking about doing with
Aaron
is
Taylor
it
Johnson.
Aaron Taylor Johnson, I'm cool with that. I'd rather be Tom Holland. I want a young Bond who's inexperienced. I want a young James Bond who's tripping over his own shoelaces and firing his own gun into the air because he's not really sure of himself just yet. But I mean, Aaron Taylor Johnson, cool. I mean, it would do good because people don't think Craven the Hunter is going to do well. So it's another franchise from the latch on to, I guess. I don't know. Or they could just bring him back for a Godzilla versus Kong movie.
Or bring it back for
Don't
Kick-Ass
know.
3.
Yo, there's a reboot coming that is not a reboot, but it's kind of like I don't know what the fuck they're doing, but I guess in the universe it's so many superheroes that it's going to be its own thing, but it's not a reboot, he said, and it's just like, yo, just like, can we just stop? Like, just call it what it is. God damn it, just
A
fucking
remake.
call it
Just
what it
call it a
is.
remake. Just call it a remake. Just call it
Yeah,
a
yeah.
reboot. Just call it that.
Yeah, he's like, it's not a reboot, it's not a remake, but we want the characters from the other movies to come back in. It's like, what the fuck are y'all doing? Just make Kick Ass 3. Just
Yeah,
do
just
that.
do that.
Kick Ass
Just do
3.
that.
People been waiting
Don't
on
let
this
getting
shit, man.
Great Moretz on board, though. I'll tell you that.
Wait, what happened?
Good luck getting Grace Moretz on board, though, because
Why? Why? What she do?
I
What
don't think
happened?
she'll do it. I don't think she'll do it. I
Kick
don't think
Ass 3?
she'll do. Yeah, I don't think she'll do a Kick-Ass 3.
I hope so, because you can't have Kick Ass without Hit Girl. Hit
No,
Girl she's a showstopper. I mean, I would hope she would do it though. I really would.
only time.
But that was
Hell,
my number
Matthew
five,
Vaughn is too
sir.
busy with his Kingsman's universe to focus on Kick-Ass. So we'll fucking
Just stop.
see.
Stop that Kingsman shit. Stop. I have not seen Kingsman. I haven't seen the Golden Circle. I haven't seen the Kingsman. I don't want to see the
Really?
Kingswoman. Just
You haven't
stop.
seen the Kingsman? That's actually kind of. You wanted a young Bond, there's your young Bond right there. There's your
Kingsman.
young Bond right there. Taron Egerton or something like that.
Oh, the dude that they wanted to play, he was in Legend with Tom Hardy,
Yeah,
starring Tom Hardy and Tom
yeah.
Hardy, but they wanted him
I
to
think
play
he was the right
Wolverine.
hand man, something like that.
He was, and they wanted there were rumors of him to play Wolverine, and I'm like, stop, just stop
I can see
it.
because he's the right height. I mean, Wolverine is really
Ter-
short, and he's the right height.
Taron Edgerton.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah. All right, so my
I
number
don't know.
4.
Let's
Oh
get into
man,
it.
I don't know where to go. Okay, I'm just gonna go with this because this is an action movie that a lot of people don't really talk about, and it's one of Van Damme's most underrated movies, The Quest, and
Mm.
really, it's really a remake of Bloodsport when you think about it, but with the addition of a heist. And Van Damme plays
Oh,
this con artist working for these other two con artists that are going to this tournament in Thailand
okay.
because they want to go and steal the golden Buddha.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so these two Englishmen. What?
Jean-Claude Van Damme directed this?
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh shit, I didn't know that.
Wow. Whoa.
That would explain some things, though. That would explain some things because the fight scenes are heavily choreographed and they're shot very well. There's there's like at least
Whoa.
10 fight scenes in this movie, bro.
Roger Moore, James Raymore.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. Okay. This one, it's something about when they direct their own movies that draws me in. This one might have to be, because at least I started Marked for Death, but this, this is a different,
So
this is a different
Khan is.
story right here.
So have you ever watched Bloodsport or Kickboxer?
Yeah, I have not seen them. I'm not gonna lie, bro. It's been years. I'm
Well,
talking like
the,
when it used to come on cable TV, years type of shit.
like the bad guy in here, Khan, is at the same level as Tong Po or Chong Li. Like he is on that level. He's that fucking vicious, and the fight scenes are really well done. Um, it's a really great movie, man. It's a fun movie. The fight scenes are really great. The humor is on point. I did not know Jean-Claude Van Damme directed this movie till right fucking now. Holy shit, you just blew my fucking mind, dude.
Yeah, because I looked it up to see like when you said The Quest, like I'm not gonna lie, when you was like it's one that a lot of people talk about with Jean-Claude Van Damme, I was like Cyborg. He was like The
No, one
Quest. I'm
that
like,
people don't talk about. This is one people don't mention when they talk about Van
yeah,
Damme movies.
I've never seen this movie before.
This movie has
And when I
14%
saw
on Rotten Tomatoes.
when I yeah, but they'll give some fucking Oscar bait bullshit. Oh, this is certified fresh, and people are
Uh-huh.
like, "Well, it's certified fresh. It must be amazing." No, fuck that. Nobody cares about the Rotten Tomatoes scores out there. People, nobody gives a damn about
Yeah,
that shit.
The Quest, Jean-Claude Van Damme. Like this is a really solid movie, man. Definitely bombed at the box office, but was a hit when it came out to VHS. I remember me and my friends rented this shit when it came out on that weekend, and we did like a double feature with this and Bloodsport, and we're just like, dude, this feels like a continuation of Frank Duke's story, but it's not about Frank Duke. It's about someone else. So
Plus, like in the '90s, whether people like it or not, Jean-Claude Van Damme couldn't be stopped. You know, like Time Cop. Was Sudden Death in the '90s? Did that come out in the
Sudden Death,
'90s?
yeah. This was right around
Sudden
that
Death,
time.
Time Cop, like even Street Fighter to a certain degree, man. Jean-Claude Van Damme was still a working man. He was still that action guy. You know, where everybody else probably had muscle and punch. He's the guy. Yeah, I got them kicks.
Mm-hmm.
I got them kicks, and
Sudden
I'm
Death is
trying to
actually
be an
kind of
actor out
underrated.
here.
Sudden Death is kind of underrated.
Sudden Death I remember sudden death being was the guy on. Do you remember Halloween Ends
Hmm.
when Corey Cunningham is killing those kids in the garage and I think Jean-Claude Van Damme is firing a gun upside down. Is that sudden death that he's watching on the
No,
fucking screen?
that's
Yeah,
a
he's
hard
like
target. That's hard
hard
target. He's
target.
like,
That's another one.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's hard target.
that
He might do it in sudden
that's
death. He
another
might
one,
have done
man.
it in sudden death, but I haven't seen sudden
But
death in a while.
that's a testament, man, that Jean-Claude was still one of the working action guys of the 90's, man. He could not be stopped. Couldn't be stopped at all.
Yeah, no, like I do think that's one of his best movies, one of his most underrated movies. The fight scenes still hold up to this day. Khan is a really great antagonist to Van Damme, and one thing that I like about Van Damme, he's not afraid to get his ass whooped on screen. You
Yeah,
know, if it fits
yeah.
his narrative, it
That's,
fits his story. Like that's one of the things that I could appreciate about Van Damme. Like he's not afraid to take an ass whooping here and there.
I mean, he let
So that's
Raul
my number four.
Julia. He let Raul Julia whoop his ass all up and down the command center at the fucking
Yeah,
Street Fighter, and
for
all he
real.
did, he had like Guile had all the time in the world to size Bison up, while Bison was just floating towards him, and he still let Bison just kick his ass every time he floated and just punched him. And I'm like, okay, like I guess it's in the contract, but sure, why not,
Yeah,
man?
why not? That's my number four.
All right. Um, so my number four, I'm gonna go with, and this is a guy I like. I do feel like going into the 2000s, his movies kind of tailed off. He's kind of started off as like a maybe a bit player, but then established himself as the action guy. But this was the one where I was like, okay, um, this is a movie where yeah, he has to share the screen, but he doesn't have to share the screen with somebody who is. I, arguably with somebody who's not a character, with somebody who's a character as big as he is. But my number four, I ain't gonna say no more. It's gonna be Passenger 57. Now, Passenger 57. Yeah, listen,
Motherfucker.
Passenger 57.
Honorable mention.
Pass, Passenger 57. I was like, okay,
Oh,
this
it's been a black.
is yeah, man. It's got so many quotable lines. It's got so many memorable characters. This is a movie where I felt like, all right, Wesley
Bruce
Snipes as
Payne.
John Cutter is the man.
Bruce
Exactly.
Payne
Yo, that's where I was going.
is that dude, bro. Is that fucking dude. Like that
That's
was that motherfucker, dude. You know what I mean? Like even
that's where I
though
was
he was
going with
not a
it.
martial artist, that motherfucker struck
Don't matter.
fear in everyone.
Don't
You know
matter.
what I
He
mean?
was he was he was terrifying. That's exactly where I was going. I was about to say like John Cutter is the man. Like he's your protagonist regardless. But Charles Rain, the moment they introduced this character, he was about to get that plastic surgery, and then he asked the doctor, like, what time is it, doctor? And then he cut the doctor's throat and then just went on the run, like, because the SWAT team was coming to crack down on him. And then, the guy that comes in the interrogation room with him, he slams his head on the table and just makes him repeat, Charles Rain is not the same. Then when he gets on the plane, even in handcuffs, you're still scared of this dude, man. He was a villain that even before he got a gun in his hand, he still was terrifying. And I felt like even though Charles Rain was the main villain of the movie, he still had memorable villains around him. He had Elizabeth Hurley, who was the main chick who was just wrecking shit. He had that Indian, I don't know if he was Indian, but he was a guy who had like an Indian feather in his hair. He had the guy with the fucking, I don't know if he wanted it to be a mullet or a Jufro. It was like a combination of both. He dies pretty early on. You had the guy who plays a goon in every movie he's in, and people don't really notice how the goons stand out in Passenger 57. The one goon I'm talking about, who's a villain in every movie, he changes costumes throughout the entire movie. He's dressed like a paramedic. He's dressed like a flight attendant at some point in time. He's dressed like a whole bunch. He's dressed like a civilian. He's dressed like a whole bunch of people throughout the whole movie, man. But you got Wesley Snipes, who's a fucking one man army, just going up against everybody, and he even gets kicked off the plane and finds his way back on the plane to save everybody. Now, granted, it's a couple casualties in this movie, which makes the stakes high. These people are not fucking around. Like Charles Rain is talking on the phone to the police chief, like, "Yo, He's like, you gonna fuel up the plane and give me my demands or what? And the police chief's like, I don't know, man. He's like, all right, well, look out the window real quick. And they toss that motherfucking,
Yeah, that's awesome.
they
Right out.
toss that flight, they toss that flight attendant out. And he's like, listen, man, I'm gonna execute 10 more passengers every 3 minutes until you give me what I want. And I'm like as a kid watching that shit, I'm like, oh my God, like this dude is not fucking around,
He's
man.
not
And then
playing, dude. And that's the one thing that I miss about villains because like I feel like villains don't do shit like that no more. Like
they play,
they don't
play it
show that
safe.
they're not playing, dude. You know what I mean?
They play it they play it too safe, man. They play it too safe. And another thing that works with Passenger 57 is the fact that I feel like we spend more time in the air, but we spend a good amount of time on the ground when Wesley Snipes gets kicked off of that plane, when the police chief doesn't believe him, and
Yeah.
he's got to regroup with all of his folks, and they have a shootout at the airfield, and when they're trying to fuel up and shit. Like, so you get a decent amount of like action that's on the ground, and even when he breaks out of the police station, he beats the fuck out of those two deputies,
Yeah.
and he just fly kicks that one cop in the face, and then just jumps over the gate and takes his motorcycle and crashes through it. Then you get the shootout at the carnival where there's like innocent civilians. A clown gets shot, man. Like, it's a clown that was just there to do his job, and he just gets shot in the back in the midst of all of this shit. So it's one of those 90's action movies where like the stakes are high, innocent people can get hurt. There's that scene where Bruce Payne is on the plane, and he's got that dude at gunpoint, and he's like, yeah, tell him your
Yeah.
name. And he's like, do you have any children? And he's like, I got a daughter. And he just blows his fucking brains out. So it's like it's one of those movies where everybody's life is at stake, and it feels real. Like,
Yeah.
it feels realistic.
Because
Like,
that's just one of those ways where you just up the stakes and the audience is on edge because
yeah,
you're trapped with this fucking unhinged villain that willing to fucking do whatever it takes. That's one of the things
yeah.
I loved about the 90's because some of the 90's villains, bro, just did not give a fuck. They just started blasting people for the fuck of it. I'm dude, can we just bring that trope back, please? Don't
Nah, you
humanize
know
the villain.
why?
I don't give a fuck, man.
Villains play it too safe now because they want to bring them back for future sequels, and it's like, well, we gotta have you like them. They can't do too much heinous shit to where you dislike them so much they can't come back. Like, they got to give them redeemable qualities. But Charles Rain in Passenger 57, he was a bastard.
Yeah.
He was a motherfucker. He didn't care about nobody. But I feel like I liked him as a villain because he wasn't one of those villains who necessarily didn't care about his goons. If something happened to the goons, all right, sure, but he's not like, I'm gonna kill you myself type of thing. You're expendable. It's like, listen, if you get yourself killed, that's on you. But I got my team of people that I'm rocking out with for this for this hijacking of this plane type of thing,
The
and
only one
and,
he really
and
cared
that's what
for was
made him
Elizabeth Hurley. That was it.
Elizabeth Hurley. Yeah, yep.
That was it. That was it.
Because there's that
That
moment.
was
There's
his
that
chick,
moment.
bro. That was his chick.
Yeah, they were.
Unspoken, but we
I
all
wanted.
knew. We all knew.
I always wanted to delete a scene where they show that they were fucking, like, because
Yeah,
it
right?
was happening. There's that moment where she looks at him like she's just in love with him because she's like, what do I do if they don't follow instructions? He's like, start killing passengers until they do, and she kind of looks at him like, yeah, we're gonna fuck after after this
Yeah.
plane lands. Like, you know what it was. But yeah, and I did kind of like I like the lead chick that Wesley was kind of sweet on. She was cool in the movie. She didn't fold under pressure. She knew that John Cutter was on the plane and he fell off the plane, but she didn't give him up. So I liked her a lot in the movie. And Tom Sizemore was good in the movie too. He was really good. Recipe shout out to Tom Sizemore.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Uh,
Here's a fun
but
fact for you. This was actually supposed to be a Sylvester Stallone movie. John Cutter was supposed to be Stallone.
God damn, man! Like, that's probably why they did Demolition Man together. It's like, all right, well, listen, I know you're supposed to have this, so we'll just put you guys together for this movie right here. That's probably
Yeah,
what it was.
I don't think this movie would have worked with Stallone. Honestly, this movie would have
What?
not have worked with Stallone, in my opinion.
Yeah, nah. But yeah, that's my number 4, bro. Was Passenger 57. That's my shit.
Okay, let's see. Okay, here's my number 3. This is a movie that was released in 1997. and the poster looked like a fucking boy band group, looked like fucking Backstreet Boys, because they starred Mark Wahlberg, Lou Diamond Phillips, Antonio Sabato Jr., and Bokeem Woodbine. Bokeem Woodbine. The Big Hit. All four of these
Woo!
guys
Yo,
are
I
hitman.
knew your list be on some shit. I have
Yeah.
not heard of this
You haven't heard
shit
of
in
the Big
so
Hit?
long.
Oh,
No,
bro.
I've heard of it, but it's like I haven't. God damn.
Yeah, the Big Hit. I mean, the poster doesn't do really justice because it's like all four of them in suits and they're holding guns. You think it's on some stupid shit, but then when you watch like the first 10 minutes of it, it's on some John Woo shit, and you're like, oh, that's right. This is John Woo. How can I underestimate John Woo? Look, what the fuck?
It's a hell of a lineup, man. Christina Applegate's in this. Layla
Emil
Rashawn's in this.
Cool. Yeah, Layla Rashawn.
Now,
So all these guys.
I ain't gonna ask you if he dies or not. I'll watch for myself. But that is Lou Diamond Phillips. I don't think people really appreciate that guy's work ethic
That guy,
back in the '90s, man.
that guy is so fucking sleazy in this movie, bro. It's hard to like the whole time I'm thinking Richie, but then when he opens his mouth, it's like, oh, this ain't Richie. Fuck this fool. Fuck that guy.
This
This
is
fool is so slimy in this movie. It's fucking unbelievable.
this is early Mark Wahlberg too,
Yeah,
man.
this is early. This is right before
Damn.
Boogie Nights. This is when he
Yeah,
was
I'm looking at
doing
this
action movies.
trailer.
Like he did the Big Hit, and then he did the Corruptor right after this.
Oh, Lou Diamond Phillips is all tatted up with a gold tooth. Woo! Let me put it down. Let me
Yeah,
write it down.
the
What is
Big
this?
Hit,
The Big
bro.
Hit. I'm honestly like I like Mark Wahlberg and I like Bokeem Woodbine, but Lou Diamond Phillips might be the reason I watch this fucking movie. Bro.
He
I'm
steals
not
this
gonna lie to you,
fucking movie, bro. He steals this movie. Like he is
because
like,
he looks so animated and I love it. He looks so
yeah, he
animated
is
in this
so
trailer and I
over the top,
love it.
dude. He is over the top. It's fucking hilarious. He looks like fucking like John Leguizamo's character in or Romeo and Juliet.
Mm,
You remember
Jesus.
that, the Prince of Cats? He
Yeah,
even wears the same
yeah.
shirt as him toward the end of the movie.
In this trailer, he's got like this burgundy suit on
Yeah,
with this black button down.
that's when they.
You could tell he's that guy. Oh, that was the guy from in the trailer. They showed the guy. He was in Dracula 2000. He dies in like the first fucking 20 minutes, but he definitely was in Dracula 2000. Yeah, this
Are you
was
talking
another one of
about?
those movies that I always saw the trailer for it. The trailer, the poster, maybe some like stills from it, but I never. Oh, Lou Diamond Phillips gets a fight sequence.
Yeah, at the end. At the end, he gets a knife.
Oh
They fight with
God,
knives, bro.
I'm
And
with it,
you know
man.
what? And you know what the funny thing is that they fight in an adult video store at the end of the movie.
Yeah, they did that on purpose. They knew what they was doing. Oh, I'm with it. I am with
Yeah,
this shit
this
right
is a
here.
fun movie, bro. It is fun from the word go, and it never
I
lets
knew
up.
your list was gonna be crazy as fuck, man. I knew it. I knew you was gonna have some shit on the list that I'm like, yo, I either haven't heard of it in a while or just have not seen it. My list is all basic and shit. Like I got shit that everybody's like, oh, I know that. I know that movie from action movie from the '90s.
Let's
God
see.
damn.
Yeah, I got a few more honorable mentions as well. I'm wondering though if one of them is gonna be on your list though. So we'll see. I'm gonna see
Possibly.
if that's on your list.
I got a couple
But yeah,
honorable mentions.
the big hit with Mark Wahlberg. That's a fire movie. It's one of his best, and it's one of the movies that people don't talk about. It's early Mark Wahlberg, like you said. It's early Marky Mark, and so he was still shedding Marky Mark in the Funky Bunch when he did this movie.
Right.
But people didn't really take him seriously till he did Boogie Nights, and this was the movie that really solidified him as an action star. You know, the big hit. This is the movie that really solidified. Yeah, he's a martial artist, but he can really be a leading guy in an action franchise.
So Is this role from Mark Wahlberg, is this better than him in Four Brothers?
He does more. I don't know if it's better,
Okay.
but he does more action stuff in The Big Hit.
Oh,
He has more
gotcha.
hand. He has more of a. He has a lengthy fight at the end of the movie that really displays his
Got you.
his skills.
Got you, bruh.
But the one in Four Brothers, though, I mean, come on, dude, like Bobby Mercer, like, come on, bro, that's
Yeah,
that is the fucking urban cowboy, bro. You know what I mean? Him just walking out in
Bobby
the middle of a snowstorm to battle Victor Sweet and shit. That's all some Western shit. Shout out to John
Bobby.
Singleton, man, for doing that. Rest in peace,
Yeah,
man.
man. John Singleton, like Bobby Mercer was a fucking lunatic, man, for sure. He was crazy as shit. He did not care, man. He Bobby Mercer pulled up to that, that party, and he pulled up to the basketball game. He pulled up to the party. He
Yeah.
pulled up to that guy's
That
apartment.
shit
Like, he did not
was
give a
wild, dude. They
fuck.
came up to the basketball game, dude. Like, what the fuck? Like, holy shit, bro. That is
He
insane.
he he did not give a fuck. And his other brothers, like, some of them were with it at times, but a lot of them were just like, yo, like, are you gonna do this right here, right now? He's just like, yeah, I don't give a fuck, man. I don't care about it. There was the moment where the street lights didn't go off in time,
Yeah.
and the dude from Saw 3 and Get Rich or Die Trying was like, no, man, the lights gonna shut off. He was like, yo, let's pop this motherfucker right now. I was like, oh shit, like, they're about to just kill
They're
this
gonna fucking
dude.
execute it right
Like,
there
yo,
on the street, bro.
yeah, he did not care, man. He didn't care
Yeah.
about nothing at all. Like, damn, I didn't even
Bobby.
put that on my. I was making a list of like best revenge thrillers or something like that. I did not put. I don't think I put Four Brothers on that
You
list.
know,
I need to
that
though.
when I think of revenge movies, that's not one that I think of. But that's a great fucking point because I don't think about
It
revenge
is.
movies. That's not one that I think of.
It
That's a great
is.
one.
It is. Yeah, it gets a little dark in that one. Not as dark as I would want it to be for a John Singleton movie, but it was alright.
I mean,
It's decent enough.
dude, bro, like, oh, you hungry? Huh? You hungry? Throws the food on the boy. Go ahead and eat.
I hate that motherfucker. Yo, because I
Oh,
said, you know what? Wouldn't have been me.
and
You
then
gonna have to do
what
something.
makes it worse? What makes it worse is that the chick says something and says, "Bitch, you get down there with your man right now."
So shut your mouth, bitch. I'll put you down there with him. I said, oh shit,
Get your
this
ass
dude
down
is
there.
ruthless. But that's one of those situations where it's like, all right, like, we could take this guy, man. There's seven of us in this room. Let's just kill him and just
But that's
overthrow the
but that's
regime.
the power though that money has. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
fear,
that's
because
true.
Victor was the one that was connected. Victor was the one that had the shooters. You know
Yep,
what I mean?
that's true.
He was the
That is
boss.
definitely
Like,
true.
you know. So yeah, I don't know.
Damn, that
So
dude, yeah.
Victor Sleep definitely a menace, bro. But yeah, as regards to the
Yeah,
big
he's
hit, Luke Diamond Phillips is basically hilarious in this movie. Mark Wahlberg is a pussy, but he gets down. He's torn between Christina
Mark Wahlberg.
Applegate and Linda Rashawn, and he doesn't know which one is like who has the better one. You know what I mean? So it's great. It's awesome.
Jesus,
I love
man.
it.
Yeah, I got it. I put it on the list with all the other shit that I was supposed to watch like 6 months ago and never got around to. So I gotta just start checking off the list. This is what I gotta do. Uh,
All right, so
wait,
what
what were we on?
you got? That was my number
Whoop.
3, so that'd be yours. Your number
Um,
3.
oh, my number three. This is an easy one. My number three. I almost forgot this, but I definitely had to make sure it was on my list. At some point, and we actually talked about this shit a little bit earlier. Um, it was what I wanted to use as a segue into the main event, but my number three is going to be Bad Boys, and Bad Boys is, I feel like it is arguably, and I know this is going to piss a lot of people off out there because I know there's a lot of people that they either love the Lethal Weapon franchise, they either love 48 Hours, they love Rush Hour, Nice Guys, whatever the case may be. With these buddy cop action movies, there's a lot of them out there. There's a lot of good ones, but Bad Boys, arguably, for me,
Is the best.
is the best one
Yeah.
because, there are like the first Bad Boys. I feel like was probably the more serious one next to part two. Like there's more comedic moments in part three, and it looks like it's a lot of comedic moments in part four. But the first one, Mike Lowry's girl, not his girlfriend, but the girl that he was sweet on, the prostitute chick Max,
Mm-hmm.
she gets killed. Tia Leone's character is her life's in jeopardy because she's the witness that they've got to keep her life in their hands type of thing. His Marcus Burnett's her life is in jeopardy at some point in time in the shootout with Fouché and all his goons. Fouché is popping, chemists while he's on the phone with Mike Lowry and
Wow.
Marcus Burnett. Like it's so much shit going on in the first movie that I'm like, there's no way. First of all, you got Martin and the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Like you got these two guys from these comedic backgrounds who want to be taken seriously as serious actors and action stars, and that shit works, man. Like there's a perfect balance between like comedy and seriousness with those two actors in the first movie. That it's like, damn, like it's not all fun and games with these guys, man. It's not all sitcom, antics and just comedic works from these dudes. And I think the cast they had around them, I don't even know how to pronounce that dude's last name, but Joe Palatananana, whatever.
Palatano.
Is that it?
Yeah, I think with Bad Boys 2, like with the opening to Bad Boys, it really set the tone for what you're going to expect. Their
Yep.
banter and how funny that is, and then all of a sudden they get carjacked, and then it's just
Yep.
like shit turns, and then you know that you're in for a different type of movie. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, this is that kind of
Yeah,
movie.
man.
All right.
Yeah, and it's like even in the most dangerous situations, these two dudes are going to goof off. They're going to talk shit to each other. They're going to shit talk their way out of situations or like into little schemes to get them out of those situations. Like it never fails. And like you said, that first movie, you go back and watch that first movie, and it's like, okay, you can watch the first movie and maybe watch like the third one or the fourth one. It's like, okay, I see where they got all of this shit from. I see where they set up, they laid the groundwork
Yeah.
for what this franchise was going to be hitting for the most part, man. And I think it's just one of the biggest mistakes of this franchise was not bringing T. Leone's character back. I think that they should have brought her character back on board. I would have rather she was in it than Gabrielle Union.
Yeah.
In the second movie, to be honest, man, like to be completely honest, because T. Leone it was something way more realistic about her character. Like she did shit because she had to. She wasn't like, I'm gonna tote this gun and I'm gonna shoot. Like,
survivor. That's why. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
that's
exactly. And the chase sequences felt like real. Like, yeah, it was very 90s. I think 95 or 96 the first one came out. But the chase sequences, even though it was like a lot of slow motion, it was like you really were like, oh my God, are these dudes really going to catch her after she just saw her best friend get murdered in front of him? And the villain, the dude that plays Fouché was fucking scary as shit in that movie, man. He's scary as fuck in that movie. And even in the midst of you having a scary ass villain, he's still surrounded by
goofballs.
Two comedic characters. Yeah, goofballs that are just still the best fucking cops in the world, man, that are gonna come do this shit. Like I love that. Like as far as a buddy cop dynamic, sometimes I do want to say Rush Hour, but I feel like that PG-13 rating holds them from a lot. Not that the rating can it doesn't make or break every movie. Yeah, it doesn't make or break every movie, but I just think Bad Boys, like, they just can let it rip where Rush Hour cannot. And, like, even at the end of the movie, you got this moment where Mike Lowry is born. Now, I don't know if he catches bodies throughout the first movie, But at the end of the movie, where he's like got Fouché dead to rights, and he's like, no, I was just pausing. He's like, I'm starting to get the whole hang of this marksman shit. Like where he is just, he's ready
Yeah.
to go. Like this is the guy that killed the woman that I was in love with, low key, and he kills him to save his partner. I was like, that is when Mike Lowry's born. And it's so many good moments that just translate over into the sequels. In that first one, man, is just one of the greatest. So I got to like I had to put that. And Michael Bay, this was early Michael Bay.
Yeah.
This was
This
before,
is
you know,
one of his best movies. And he
yeah, this is before
follows
like
this up with
Transformers and
The
shit
Rock.
like that. Yeah,
He follows.
that's another. Wait, is that on your list? Is that on your list too?
No, that's not on my list. That's not on my list. But it is on my
I was
honorable
about to
mention.
say, I was about to say, God damn, man. Like,
I like The Rock.
no, but
I
Bad
really
Boy.
do like it, but it's one that a lot of people talk about. So I'm trying to highlight ones that I feel cats don't talk about often.
Yeah, but yeah, that was my number three, man. Was Bad Boys.
Okay, hold on a second. I gotta go to the bathroom and check on my dog because he's breathing really hard at my door.
Go ahead. I'll keep the people occupied for now. I don't know who the hell is watching, but it's about to get really weird. Anytime Johnny leaves, me in charge of everything, it just it gets pretty weird. You know, I sometimes I don't know what to say. I might just fly off the handle and say a lot of crazy shit. Maybe I'll just have my daughter just chime in for now and take over. I don't know. Uh, I'm trying to look at the comments here. I have not seen the comments um in a while here. This is probably really old. Gamer Harold said another music video. Show You the Light is still a banger.
That's a reference to one of my music videos
That's
that I
one of
did.
I was about to say that's one of your videos, ain't it?
Yeah, that's like my music video that I did going on shit 10 years. 10 years
Gamer
ago.
Harold is a fan for real, man. We
Yeah,
gotta
for real.
get like when we get merch popping off, we definitely have to send him some
Oh, I
shirts.
have
Like, we
to.
have to.
I have to send you these photos to get your approval and see which ones you want on the shirt. So
What like we're talking like logo wise?
no, like photos of you. I come. I have. There's a photo of you doing the side eye, and then you doing the bombastic side eye. And I'm gonna send them to you. I'm gonna say, which one do you think would be better on a shirt? Because people would wear that shit, dude. Because like be like, nah, dude, I ain't got time for your bullshit.
Fuck it. A Bombay. Yo, the only reason I'm laughing, like I'm laughing for one because my daughter says that shit all the time. She's got her headphones in, but I guarantee you, if I tell her to take them out and say bombastic side eye, she's just going to like give me this look. She says that shit all the time, yo. I mean, you could send them. That should just caught me off guard a little bit.
Yeah, I have the frames. I just need to send them to you because I have a buddy that does shirts, so we
Oh,
can print
nice.
them out, and so maybe we can print them out, or maybe have them on a pre-order or something. I don't know. We'll figure that
Nice.
out. Um,
Yeah,
I'm still working on finding
I'm
someone to do a logo
I'm
for
with it.
us. I'm still looking, but I think
Yeah,
I have a line on two people. So
cool. Yeah, I ain't gonna throw no shade, but it was somebody who was supposed to do a logo for me, but it is such a crabs in the barrel thing out here, bro, with people from Philly where you get more support and just uplifting shit from people that don't live out here. Like there
yeah,
was literally somebody out here, I'm not even gonna say no names, but it was somebody out here who was like, yeah, man, I'll do your logo for you. And then it's like when I followed through with it, even sent them the sketch. And if the sketch pops up anywhere, it's like, all right, whatever. I could just come up with something else and draw something else. But sent them the sketch, priced it
nothing.
and everything, nothing, nothing. You already know. You know where I was going with it.
I know.
Con
Trust
con
me,
artist.
I've been there, bro. I've been there. Trust me. I've been there when I've done my music videos or my album covers. You know what I mean? Luckily, I've had some good people around me that help me out during these times. So
Yeah,
Yeah, I get it though, man. I get it. It's hard to network with cats and think that they're serious on the up and up, but they're not
Oh my
really.
God.
They're not.
I I appreciate my growth for not putting that shit on blast the way I did. But yeah, Bad Boys was my number three, bro.
You're number three. Okay. All right. Let's go. Let's see. Okay, so
Hello.
my
They're
number two.
here.
Oh, do I do that one? Okay, my number two. Shit, I'm torn. Okay, I'm just gonna go with this one because this is one of my favorite Bruce Willis movies of all time, and I think this is his best movie, his underrated movie, and it is Last Man Standing, where he plays
Oh, I
a
thought you was about to
19.
say Die Hard with a Vengeance.
Well, yeah. Well, actually, yeah. This is probably my second one then, probably. But this is an
Last
actual
Man
shoot 'em up.
Standing, is that the one where he's got like a, is it a period piece and he's got like a fedora on in the
Yeah,
front cover and he's like aiming the gun or something like
yeah. We
that?
got
But
two
yeah, okay,
45s and shit with Christopher Walken. Ooh,
what?
Christopher Walken playing as hippie. Oh, bro, that's just
God
fire.
damn, man, you with these fucking. I think I had this shit like in the household at some point.
This one right here.
Yep, that's it. That's it. That's the cover that I always saw, and I feel like I had this in the household, and I just was like, "Yeah, I'll get around to it." And here we
Man,
are
it's
in
a fucking
2024.
gangster movie, bro. That is a gangster ass movie. The Italians and the Irish, John Doe playing
Ooh,
both of them. It's on some monster
William
shit, bro. I fucking love
Sanderson,
it.
David Patrick
Love it.
Kelly,
Yup.
Leslie Mann,
Mm-hmm. Plays a hooker. One of her earlier
Michael
roles.
M. Imperioli. That's my man Spider. He got
Yup.
killed in Goodfellas.
Christopher
Bruce
Moltisanti.
Dern. God damn. I don't, you be having these gems, man.
Yeah,
This is
it
the
was
shit I
either
be talking about.
it was either this one or Sniper. I was gonna do either that or Sniper. But I was like, I think people talk about Sniper. Plus, Sniper is an unnecessary franchise that's on fucking Netflix now for some god awful
Lynn
reason.
Shay is in here.
Yeah, she plays one of the Undertakers.
I am clearly behind. I know there's people that watch our fucking stream. It's just like you call yourself a movie buff. A. Michael Lerner's in here. He played Michael Myers in Halloween 6. Well, in the reshoots of Halloween 6.
Yeah, he's the one that fucks Bruce Willis up, bro. Like
All
fucks
right,
him up.
all right now, because I feel like your whole list I'm putting on my list of to watch movies. God damn. This is getting a little ridiculous.
Yeah, Last Man Standing. Dude, he plays a gangster on the run, going to Mexico, trying to run away from the town. Runs into a little Deadwood town ran by the Irish and the Italians. He plays both sides, makes some money. They find out, they fuck him up, and then he gets his 245s, loads them up, and starts blasting everybody for the last half hour. It's fucking great. It's
Takes place
amazing.
during the Prohibition too. I love it.
Yup.
I like this little I like the way that is that Zaphne Dundidi, whatever, from The Fly?
No,
Looked like her
no,
for a second.
it's her twin.
I love how this, like, any movie, any like old western or movie that has that I'm rolling into this small town where everything is there, the saloon, the barber shop, whatever you call it. I love those types of set pieces, man. This shit looks good too, man. This looks like like you get a lot of period pieces that look like they're just dressing everything up.
Yeah,
Like, yeah, let's make it look like but no, like this looks like an organic period piece though.
yeah. Yeah, they shot it on location. It was actually a Deadwood town outside of Arizona that was like abandoned, and they used that
No
as the
shit.
background. Yeah, this is
Yeah,
a
they lucked up.
this was
Ooh,
a remake of
Christopher
Jumbo.
Walken with the
So it's a
Christopher
Tommy
Walken with the fucking with the
with the
he was
Thompson.
just waving that thing around like it's legal. Woo wee. Oh, all right. if I can't if I can't get an unrated version of Gangsta Squad, sure. Why not?
Yeah.
Why not, man?
This is Walter Hill too, man. This guy brought us 48 Hours, The Warriors. You know. So yeah, you're definitely gonna get some shit, dude. Some really
God
good
damn,
gunplay.
man. I did not expect like majority of these to be on your fucking list, bro. I promise you.
Let's see, what else has he done? Extreme Prejudice. Extreme Prejudice is fucking fire movie. Also, Undisputed. Yeah, Last Man
With
Standing, bro.
Wesley Snipes?
Yep, he directed that one, I think.
There's like 18 of them.
Yes, the first one with Snipes and Raines.
Yeah, there's that one I do want to watch. There's one with Scott Adkins that he's in there. The guy that was supposed to play Bruce Wayne and Batman.
I think that was 4 or 5. I think that's on Netflix.
Yeah, it's a lot of them. It's definitely a lot of them.
But yeah, that's my number two. Last Man Standing.
I feel like this is like I feel like I'm gonna watch this on a Sunday. I feel like it's only proper for me to watch this on Sunday.
Yeah, you can actually watch this during the day, bro, and it'll still hit the same.
Yeah, I feel like this is something I would turn on at high noon and just try to rock out with it for the most part. Yeah, this shit looks good, man. I'm not even gonna hold you. And I'm mad that I like certain movies where it's just like, damn, I know that movie, I just never watched it. But then you look at the trailer and it's like, all right, I might be missing out on something here.
Yeah, I think you are. I think you're missing out, dude. I think this is definitely one you're missing out on.
Oh boy. Yeah, it's the story of my fucking life, man.
Hey, don't worry about it, man. I'm missing out on a bunch of shit too, man. I'm missing
Probably
out on
not
Human
this.
Centipede 3. So, there's that. There's that.
Yeah, I think everybody's fine off that movie. I don't think we need to see that shit at all. He made it was hold on, that director.
Tom sick.
Before I go into my let me, yeah, it's something. Get help, Tom Six. God damn, man! Like you don't have to do this.
He's just doing
Everybody
it for
talks about
reaction, dude. Now he's just doing it for reaction.
yeah, man. Like everybody talks about Rob Zombie made the Halloween movie and this that. And nah, man. Tom Six is the guy y'all need
Tom
to be pissed
sick.
off at.
Tom sick. That should be his name. Tom
Yeah, man.
sick.
Like you gonna come after some movie director, come after him. I don't advocate coming after movie directors. It's just what they want to do. It's what they want to put on screen for sure. Like I'm obviously joking when I say that, but if you're going to get mad at somebody for making a certain type of movie, Tom Six. Nobody
Yeah,
asked
yeah.
for that human centipede shit.
Daddy, DJ's up.
Is he?
Yeah,
You can go upstairs if you want.
I just checked one of my
Go ahead.
Roblox.
Go ahead.
Did you delete Roblox?
I don't know.
Yes,
You're
you
gonna have to
did.
download it again.
Yeah, yeah.
Just download it again. And I'm gonna delete it again.
All right.
This girl
So
thinks
what's your
that she
number
thinks
two? What?
every fucking electronic is just gonna didn't close my door either. What are we on? Number two?
Yeah, number two.
Yeah, give me 1 second for this number
All right.
two. One
All right.
second. Give them an inch, bro. Give them a fucking inch, man. God damn. What are we on, number 2?
Yeah, number 2. Number
Okay.
2.
Um,
Dos.
so my number 2, this guy's actually gonna pop up twice on this list, and
James
there was
Zuko.
no way I was gonna. No, never, never, never in this fucking lifetime. Never, man. There was no way there was no way I could do a there was no way I could do a like a 90s action movie list on the show without mentioning this guy who was literally, I might have talked about a lot of people and talked about a lot of movies and had segues and shit, but this guy was the 90s as far as action goes for me. My number 2 is going to be True Lies.
Good pick. Great
I,
pick. Great pick.
Listen, I watched. What I did was this was months ago, and they had True Lies on Tubi, and I was like, all right, bet. I was in my kind of I'm about to quit smoking type of thing, so I rolled me a J, and I was like, what a way to go, man! I said, let me just watch True Lies, and I rolled me a J, went out back and chiefed a little bit, and then I came back in and I watched True Lies, and I said to myself, this is probably, and I'm a Terminator, like Terminator 1 and Terminator 2 guy, but I said this might be James Cameron's second best movie that he's ever done. There,
Yeah. If
every,
not his best.
every, if not his best, right? Because the action's one thing. That's why we're here talking about the action. But outside of the action, James Cameron doesn't have a movie to his credit that is this funny. And I don't know, did he hold on, let me look. Did he write the script? I think he might have helped.
I don't think he wrote the script.
No, no, he did. He wrote the
Oh, you
script.
did?
It says based on a screenplay by Claude Zidi and Simon Michael and Diddler Kamika. Based on a screenplay by. But it says that James Cameron wrote and directed this. I don't know what his motivation was, but this movie is like I was in tears. Like, and it probably didn't help that I smoked a little bit prior to watching this a couple months ago. But this shit was hilarious. This I swear to God, I just can't get a word in edgewise without either a kid or a dog. But this this movie is hilarious, man. Like from Arnold Schwarzenegger to Jamie Lee Curtis to Tom Arnold to fucking
Bill Paxton.
Bill Paxton. I didn't even realize that was Charleston Heston in this movie. The guy that's got the eye patch, that's their boss that they answer to. That's Charleston Heston. Tia Carrera from Wayne's World, like Dreamweaver probably still plays every time she pops up on screen, man, for sure. But this movie's just hilarious in every sense of the word, man. I think there's even moments that aren't supposed to be funny that I think are just
Hilarious.
Like side splitting hilarious comedy, man. But the action is so, James Cameron got over the top all while keeping this movie grounded in reality for the most part. Like, there's no reason Harry Tasker can fire off like gasoline pumps and shoot a Uzi into it and create a flamethrower. You know what I'm saying? Jamie Lee Curtis lets off a Uzi and it falls down the steps and kills everybody around them except her and her husband. Like, this movie is so insane. Like the scene where the terrorist was driving off the building on a motorcycle, I'm watching it fried and all, and I'm like, get the fuck out of here. There's no way. But they pull it off in a way where it's like, all right, cool. And Arnold has the audacity to think that he's going to follow after this villain on a horse. And you almost think that he's going to jump off that building and the horse is like, fuck you. I'm not getting I'm not going off this building. But then the way that he falls off the horse in slow motion and then he's got to like lift himself back up, I'm like, that is a tense moment. The shootout in the bathroom, the motorcycle.
Good, bro.
It's start to finish, man. Every single action set piece in this movie is just it's fucking flawless for me, man. And I don't know what James Cameron was thinking. I don't know what he was going for, but this is like if he never
It's
made
his swan
another movie
song.
again, I'm cool with it. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was
It's
about to
his
say. If he
swan
never
song.
made another movie again, this would have been great as his swan
Yeah,
song. That's where I
yeah.
was going with
But
it,
then
and
he had to do fucking
it's a fucking
Titanic right after
masterpiece.
this. Fucking asshole.
Yeah, no offense to anybody that watches the show that loves Titanic, but
Yeah, yeah.
nah,
Ain't nobody give a fuck about Rose.
no, nobody
I don't give
did,
a fuck
and
about Jack either. Fuck that shit.
yeah, but honestly, it was room for both. I agree with the meme that's out there that's been circulating for years. It was room for both of them, or y'all could have alternated. Fuck out of here.
Yeah,
I'm not here for that nonsense. Oh, and a young Elijah Dushku was in that movie, and the
yeah.
villain is very scary. The villain is very scary in that movie, man. But and Tom Arnold, let me just say this, man. Tom Arnold is the friend that you want to have. Like if you in any type of situation, he's the guy that's going to get on your nerves, but he's going to shoot from the hip and keep it 100 and tell you what it's supposed to be. So I love Tom Arnold. That's probably one of my favorite Tom Arnold roles in his entire career. But yeah, man, True Lies is my number two. I love that movie. It's damn near 10 out of 10. Perfect movie for me. I
Yeah.
never get enough of that shit watching it. And the
No, I,
scene where Jamie Lee Curtis, uh, the striptease scene, Arnold Schwarzenegger really dropped that tape recorder. He didn't know, or not drop the tape recorder. He really got up out his seat when she fell off the the bedpost
yeah.
because she
Fuck.
didn't. Yeah, he didn't know that was going to happen. So that was a real reaction. So like the fact that James Cameron kept that shit in the movie, I'm like
And she kept it
it's
going.
just
She
a
kept it going
testament.
because she did an interview. She was like, you know, they just kept it going, and I just rolled with it. It's like, oh, and then she regained her composure. So everything, it was like, oh
Yeah,
shit,
man.
good on you,
And
man, for real.
she said that's Halloween up until she did True Lies was the best role she's ever done. So she had fun with that role, man. It was just great. It was great seeing her become the Helen Tasker that she was born to become because she starts off as like this quaint little, like housewife, but she's firing off Uzis, beating the fuck out of Tia Carrere in the limo. Like she really becomes a character in that movie, man. So I like it is really like a masterpiece of an action movie for me as far as like the 90s and Arnold is concerned. That's my
I
shit.
just, I just want to say this though. Huge, huge missed fucking opportunity casting Tia Carrere as Laura Croft. Huge, a big missed
Oh
opportunity.
man. Oh my
Big,
God.
that was a big miss, dude. That was
Damn.
a missed opportunity
You know, you know what I thought of? I thought of
because
how Laura Croft, and I'm not even trying to be funny. Like I thought of how Laura Croft looked in the original games, and if you try to like humanize what she looked like, you you could cast Tia Carrere in that role, and she would have been badass. She would have been beautiful. She would have been physically fit to play the role. Damn that yo, we got to do that episode. Who would we cast in shit that was already cast that was like really popular? We got to do that. We
recast,
yes,
recast movies,
yes,
recast
yes,
famous
yes,
movies, or recast
yes,
popular movies.
yes. We do. Yes, we do. I will take it down right now. We have to recast popular movies. That
It says the dog barking says you're wrong. Just
about what?
kidding. True Lies is a good fucking movie.
Jesus Christ. No,
Uh,
the dog's actually barking because he's on the juice. We've got him on the juice.
oh,
I don't know if you've ever seen from Dust. Yeah, I don't know if you've seen from Dust Till Dawn too, but Raymond Cruz had his dog on the juice and he was training him for dog fights. So we decided to do that, man. We got him on the juice a little bit. He's a little swole, but it's gonna be all right.
yeah. Chamber
It's gonna be all
Grams
right.
says yeet. Happy late birthday. Thank you. Appreciate that, Chambers. Thank you. My number one is one of my favorite action movies of all time from the 90's, and it's one that is a sequel to a fucking horrible movie that had no right being as shit as it was. And I'm talking about Guyver 2, Dark Hero.
Are you trolling right
Nah,
now? Are you
fool, right there,
trolling right
right
now?
there. Look at that. What's that say? Guyver 2, bro. Right there, top of the list.
Yo, I love Guyver too, man. I did
Guyver 2
not.
is
I never.
fire.
There were movies I probably thought were going to be on your list, and Guyver 2 was. I never would have guessed that would have been one of them. I love
Yeah,
that fucking movie.
yeah, I love
I
that movie too,
love
bro. That movie was
Guyver
fucking fire.
2, man. Like he
That
said
fight
it was
scene
a
at
sequel
the end,
to a
dude, with the
shit
two
movie.
Guybers at the end, dude, that was shit. I remember I showed that movie to Cinema Space Podcast doing when we was doing that shit, and they all like were like, I don't know. But when I showed them that fucking movie, bro, they're all like, that is a fucking fire movie. That is a badass movie. The practical effects still hold up. The fight scenes still hold up. Despite him
Yes.
jumping off the cliff and saying Guyver, that shit looks kind of
Yes.
corny. But other than that, dude, everything else about that movie still holds up. Even the Zoinoids still look good. The Zoinoids look good in that fucking
I
movie. Like
did
holy shit!
not
And they can move.
I
It's an
did not
R-rated Power
expect you
Rangers
to
movie.
fucking.
That's what it is, and I fucking love it, dude. Fucking love it.
You know who always got on my nerves in that Guyver movie?
The
Was that
chick.
motherfucker that the guy? No, it was the guy that the beast that the Guyver was fighting in the water, and he just kept like banging on his chest and shit like that. It
Yeah,
was like every time before he would attack, I was like, all right, man, I want you to get your ass whooped badly,
and he does.
badly.
He gets fucking chopped the fuck up.
God damn, man. Guyver too. Now I never knew like why did they recast uh
Because
like
Jack
the
Armstrong was not shit. He was not what they were looking for. He. I don't know if you saw the original Guyver movie, but he was so fucking stiff. It wasn't even funny, bro. Like you could totally fucking. This motherfucker had. I don't know what the fuck. Mark Hamill couldn't even say that movie. And David
yeah,
Hayter was a stunt. I think he was a stunt double when he was in the suit. So they were just like, well, let's just get David Hayter. So as the guy. So let's just do that because he's a martial artist. He can handle that. He knows how to fight. Jack Armstrong
and
don't know how to throw a punch.
they got the full movie on YouTube too.
The first
Guyver
one,
2.
oh, Guyver 2. I might
Yeah, no,
go back and
Guyver
watch that.
2. Yeah, and the dude that they got to play him in the new one, he looks like fucking J. Trevor Edmond from Pumpkinhead 2. Like he looks like the lead like the lead
The lead
asshole in
bully.
Pumpkinhead 2. Yeah, he looks like the lead bully in fucking Pumpkinhead 2, man. Yeah, this shit
Yeah,
is though like just like you said, it is an R-rated Power Rangers movie.
yeah, and
God
it's one
damn,
of my
man.
favorites. One of my favorites. Like I really do think. I rented that movie on a whim. I didn't even know nothing about Guyver. I saw Guyver 2 before I saw The Guyver, and Guyver 2 just fucking blew my mind, dude. I was like, what the fuck is this? This is awesome. This is Power Rangers. This is Mask Rider in
Yep.
R-rated form. I'm like, dude, this is what I want. Like this is it.
Masked Rider. God damn. Yeah. Yeah. Sounds about right.
Yeah, yeah, man.
God damn, man. Yeah, I got to go back. I got to go back and watch this shit. I know whatever I watch tonight, I have to like I don't know, man. I got a lot. It's like Guyver 2.
Big hit.
It's fucking
I would recommend Big Hit because that has a
big
mixture
hit,
of
Last
action
Man
and
Standing, The
laughs.
Quest. I even got the shit we talked about last stream. Fucking was Zebrahead and Splash
Yeah.
and O.
Oh, John Martin.
You already see I posted that brawl on Cell
Yeah.
Block. Fuck, man. God damn. That one scene I watched. I was like, yeah, let me just watch something on YouTube. And it was the scene where the guy, Vince Vaughn, had the dude, like he brought the dude in the room and his face was just mashed into the floor. And then he just
Yeah.
like just I was like, I was like, no. I said,
It gets
no,
worse
this
from
can't
there,
be
dude. It
happening.
gets worse from there. There's a fucking curb stomp on there that is insane, dude.
Oh my God, just the sound of it when he just like scraped his face across the floor and then stomped his shit. I was like, oh my God, this. I said, oh, that's what we doing? I said, oh yeah. I said, I can get with this.
Yeah,
I could definitely get with this movie. But
that movie is
God,
amazing. It was insane.
yep, yeah, it is. It looks like push the envelope brutal. So I can get with it.
Yep. So that's my number one. What's yours? What you got? What's your number one?
Oh, my number one. I said this guy was going to pop up twice on my list, and there's no shame about it whatsoever. I'm just going to cut to the chase. My number one is going to be Terminator 2 as far as action movies of the 90's go.
Yeah, that's just
Terminator
thankful.
2, Terminator 2, man. The first one is like it was always a horror movie for me. Terminator 1 was always a horror movie. Is an action sci-fi movie for me. Um, like a time travel type of thing. But Terminator 2, there's something about James Cameron when he gets these second rodeos, man. Whether it's Aliens, whether it's T2, whether it's Avatar 2, James Cameron knows how to come back around, spin the block and give you way more than what you ever expected in a sequel. And not only did he bring back Linda Hamilton and I almost called him Arnold Vosloo. Let me not even put no disrespect on Arnold Schwarzenegger's name like that. Not only did he bring Arnold Schwarzenegger and Linda Hamilton back, but you introduced Edward Furlong
Hmm.
as the future leader of the resistance, and you introduced this kid that I mean, he's like I wasn't that badass as a kid, but he was relatable in certain ways where no matter how badass he tried to be, there were moments where he was humbled and reminded that he was still a kid. There's even
Yeah.
moments where he's crying and bitching and complaining and moaning and wanting his mother and wanting a fatherly type of figure in his life. And then you introduce, you bring Dr. Silberman back in the mix. Now you do have Kyle Reese in there, but that's like the extended director's cut or some shit like that, where it's a dream sequence. So whatever, that wasn't in the theatrical cut. But then you bring Joe Morton into the mix as
Oh,
Miles Dyson, and I always felt so bad for Miles Dyson because he didn't know, when she's like, it's all your fucking fault. And he's just like, what? Like, he didn't know that he was going to be the cause of
yeah.
everything that was going to happen. And for them to incorporate him in the story, even though he died and they did him fucking dirty, but to bring him into the story, Robert Patrick as a T-1000, again, you up the ante with, okay, we brought the bad guy back as the good guy this time around, but we got somebody who's 10 times worse, and his powers are crazier. We never saw no special effects at the time that were like, I think that was that Industrial Light and Magic
Ye-
that did
Yes. Yes.
okay, so
Industrial
you
Light and
had you
Magic.
had ILM doing shit that we had never seen before. So I like the T-1000 was just like one of the coolest fucking villains at the time, man. But then you got like every single chase sequence, whether it's on foot, whether it's in a car, in a truck, all of that shit hit, man. And I like it just does not let up. It's not like Bad Boys 2 where you got like a comedic moment to break the tension. No, this is just run and
It's
gun.
straight
Like
through,
somebody's
one after the other.
exactly like exactly straight through. Somebody's either going to die or somebody's going to get saved, and they're going to get temporarily stopped at the time, man. And Sarah Connor, like to see Sarah Connor fucking go from this waitress turned mother of the future turned like just revolutionary type of just type of person who was just ready for whatever. It was a great character arc for her. The whole, and I love the shit in Mexico with Enrique when she
Yeah.
goes to see Enrique and them and all of this other shit. Like it's so much going on in that movie, man. That is just like the epitome, smack dead how you do a sequel in an action movie, man. Terminator 2 is just it's a movie I could watch from start to finish, even like the extended director's cut or whatever, and just never get bored with it. It's one of those movies that I kind of, like Dawn of the Dead, I wish it was longer than what it was, especially with the extended cut. I just never get tired of watching that shit. So
I actually have the
it's,
extended cut of T2. I've never seen it though. I've never seen the extended cut of T2. I think I should maybe start watching. I should watch that. I
it's,
know it ends differently too because like there's a scene with Sarah Connor. She says, John lived a full life and Judgment Day never came and stuff like that. She's at the park and like Judgment Day never came.
yep. And
So
I'm telling you, man, that that extended cut is something, man. It's definitely fire. It's little differences here and there, but it's definitely fire. It's definitely fire. I would
just
definitely
from
recommend
that
that shit.
context of that ending, just really kind of hammers it home that it was just finalized. Like that was it. You know what I mean? But no,
Yeah,
they wanted it open for a sequel, and we got Rise of the Machines. That's awesome. Thanks for fucking
yeah.
it up,
We already.
people.
I already let Jonathan Mostow and company know how I felt when we did that third entry shit. When we
Yep.
did that third entry shit, man. Fuck out of here. Way to ruin a great fucking story.
Yep. Yep.
But no,
Totally agree.
James Cameron, yeah, he did the damn thing with that movie, man. It's fucking fantastic. I love Terminator 2. It is one of the GOAT action films ever. Ever, ever,
Yes.
ever.
Oh, Shadow. Seriously, did you go into the pond? Oh my god. My fucking dog is covered in mud. And he's only covered in mud when he goes into the pond. So this motherfucker's all covered in mud now. Thanks, motherfucker. Fucking asshole.
This I thought my dog barking was annoying as fuck. She said that dog went in the pond.
Yeah, I live out in the boonies, bro, and so like when it rains, we have like a little pond, and it gets overfilled, and it goes onto the driveway. This motherfucker ran through it, and he's all cut, and his bottom side is all covered in shit. You motherfucker, you.
Like literally shit or just like
Oh, just like
sludge
shit. But he likes to roll
sludge type
around in
of
cow shit too. This motherfucker. When he comes in here stinking
see.
like cow shit, like you motherfucker. I'll deal with you later. All right, so I got some honorable mentions here. I just want to rattle
I
off.
got some
I got Point Break, uh,
oh
Hard Target, Broken
oh
Arrow, Showdown in
oh
Tokyo, Marked for Death, Sniper, Dark Angel, and Split Second.
oh split Wrecker Hauer?
Yeah,
Wait, so
yeah. You know,
okay, yeah,
we did that when we did the what was it? The remakes,
yeah,
the
man.
remakes. That was one of those movies I felt like, oh man,
Yeah, Split Second, man. A lot of people don't know about that one. They don't know.
that's a
It's so
sleeper.
unique. It is so unique, man. Just like the plot. Somebody could be like, "All right, it's a guy hunting down a
It's
killer," but it's like, no, this ain't your
Predator.
average
That's all
killer.
it is. It's Predator. It's Predator.
And you are in partially submerged London. I
Yeah.
said, "Oh yeah, the movie looks great. Like the set pieces look so good in that movie." I think it's on. Let me see if this shit is still on Tubi because Split Second was great, man. And it's like the concept is kind of scary. Like it is an alien or monstrous killer, but he's ripping hearts out. He's
Yeah.
fucking ripping hearts
He
out at
looks
the end of the day.
like Venom, bro. Like, how do you make a
Yeah, he
better
does.
Venom movie than the actual Venom?
Oh, they do got it on Tubi. Yes, they do. I'm gonna
Yeah,
tell
we
my
should do
daughter,
it.
like, look, we gotta watch something tonight. Daddy got this movie called Split Second.
What's
She won't
what's
be into
wrong with
this.
him?
She
We
won't be
need
into this
bigger
shit.
fucking guns.
Yeah, she ain't gonna be into this shit. I forgot Kim Cattrall was in here too.
Yeah, probably like the worst part of the fucking movie, but
I mean, well, she gets a pass. She was the first sex doll ever on screen in Mannequin, so we can give her credit for that at least. Yeah, she was. She was the first She was the first sex doll, man, for
Yeah,
sure. She
yeah,
was.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
before Christy Swanson, there was Kim Cattrall in that
God, yo.
department store.
Holy
There,
shit.
uh, I mean, like real quick, my honorable mentions. I wanted to put Mortal Kombat on my list, the '95 version, just because of the fight sequences alone. But I was like, I said stacking up against the ones that I had, I was like, nah. But that's the honorable mentions. Only the Strong is one of my honorable mentions,
Oh,
aka Bana.
sleeper,
Yeah, Bana
sleeper,
Nawe.
sleeper.
One
That's
of the
such a sleeper
greatest
movie.
movies ever, man. Yeah, man. It's Dangerous Minds with with
With
with capoeira. You know what I'm
Capoeira.
saying? Like
Yeah.
it's yeah, exactly, bro. Exactly. I love that fucking movie, man. That's like one of my childhood favorite movies. I like can recite in my head line for line.
And I love it too
Um,
because it had the trend of bad guys having ponytails.
Jesus, man, that dude is he's straight out of a fucking cartoon. Silverio, he
Yeah.
talks like his mouth is like melted. He's just like, I am the real capoeira maestre in this neighborhood. And it's like, what the fuck did you just say, bro?
If
Like, but no,
anyone
that dude
needed
is
an
actually
ADR, it was that motherfucker.
he's still he's still around, man. He was just he was just hanging out with the director of that movie. I forgot where they were at, but he was like reciting lines and shit. Apparently, he's a cool dude, man.
Gotta
Demolition Man
get him
is
on the
on
show.
my honorable
Which
mentions too.
one?
Yeah, we got to get Silverio. Demolition Man's on
Oh
my
yeah.
on my honorable mentions
Okay.
list.
Good. Good. Good.
Um, Demolition Man's on there. Die Hard with a Vengeance is on there. The Substitute,
Oh.
Speed,
Yeah.
Rush Hour, Low
Yeah.
Down Dirty Shame, and Last Action Hero are on my list.
Yep.
Last Action Hero was that was hard not to put on my list because I'm like I can't have three Arnold movies on here. Can't
Right.
do it.
Talk about someone ruling the decade, bro. That motherfucker was just on one. Oh, I forgot one too. I forgot one. Eraser.
I just put that on my it was I was making a list of like first time watches slash second chance watches. And Eraser was on my second chance watches because I remember me liking it. I remember Vanessa Williams, Arnie, I remember James Caan. Um but I don't remember if it's as good as I thought it was. So I was like, let me go back and try to give this shit a chance because I know it was a little different. I know they were shooting through walls, and he's like, "You have just been erased. Here's your new identities," type of shit. But I was like, let me go back and try to appreciate this movie a little bit more and see what I missed out on. But I
Man,
do
when
I
they
do
shooting
remember
with
the
the
gist
ray
of it.
guns, bro, like that shit was hard, bro. Like what?
Yeah,
I wish
yeah,
that
you could see
I
they
wish
they
that
had
they
the
had a toy line for that because I would have loved to have those like little miniature ray guns for toys and shit, bro. That should have been hard.
they literally had those guns in GoldenEye Rogue Agent. Like the James Bond spin-off game, they had
Yeah.
GoldenEye Rogue Agent. You could see through the fucking walls and shoot these motherfuckers through the walls. But yeah, I wanted to put the substitute on the list too, but I just felt like it's not enough action
Yeah.
in that movie for me to include it in the list. Like it's got action moments in it, but I was like, so it's more again Dangerous Minds with a merc, like a merc that's actually mercing motherfuckers off.
If
So there's that.
30-year-olds playing fucking teenagers, you know.
Yeah, because who the fuck told Mark Anthony that he was a teenager in that movie? Mark Anthony was 86 years old in that fucking movie, man.
Like y'all like that
It's like,
motherfucker older than everyone on that motherfucking set. Like what the fuck? You expect me to believe this
yeah,
motherfucker a teenager? Fuck out of
yeah.
here.
Mark Anthony is just like, yo, just pass him at this point because he just keeps getting left back on purpose. Like he loves the school way too much. Just pass him, give this motherfucker his diploma, and just let him go. Like just
Yeah,
let him
just
leave this fucking
make him
school.
a PE teacher.
Yeah, yeah, you're one of the teachers at this point. And then one of his homies, the KOD, he was Radames from Juice. So the substitute was what, 90, 97?
97. Yeah.
Juice
Came out
was
92,
in 90,
91.
90, 91, 92, and it's like you're like Radames, like come on now. Come on now. Come
Yeah.
on now. You still there? Like no. Nah. Yeah, but yeah, Mark Anthony, I don't know, man. And then you had Ernie Hudson in there. That's another reason I wanted to put that on the list. I'm like, Ernie Hudson as a villain, any day of the fucking week.
What
Any day
makes
of
it so
the
great
week, man.
though is that Ernie Hudson is like not revealed to be the villain until like the very end of the movie.
Yeah, you don't. You kind of get that there's like something weird about him, but you don't want to because it's Ernie fucking Hudson. Like it's like, yeah, the
Yeah,
Ghostbuster can't be, he can't be a bad guy. That you see he's dealing drugs and shit with the KOD, and it's like, God damn it, like you just had to be that guy. Him as a villain though, like when he's a villain in The Substitute, when he's a villain in Sugar Hill, straight up flames, yo. He's an
oh,
intimidating
bro.
motherfucker.
When he comes up into the box, when Snipes comes in, when what is it? Romeo comes up to the boxing gym.
Romello.
Like, look around, bro. Like I could get you too, and everyone just starts flashing. It's like
Ooh, man. But
that's some gangster shit
Ernie
right there.
Hudson, Ernie Hudson swore he was like he's great in that scene because Romello is just telling him like, I don't want no more killing it. He's like he laughs at him. He's like, you got some fucking balls coming in here talking about what you don't want.
Yeah,
And he just starts loading up the gun like all calm in front of him. And then like Wesley Snipes is just like, man, you might want to look out that window. Then the dude at the heavy bag, the dude reading the comic book, the dude that's on that side of the room, and then he just he takes the clip out the gun like, all right, man. It's like that movie, that's one of the most underrated fucking gangster movies of all
exactly.
time. Like it is a gangster movie,
Yeah,
man. It is not just a hood movie. I think that shit is a gangster movie that nobody even
talks
discusses
about.
in the discussion. I'm
Yeah,
telling you, man, like
it's
Sugar
up there.
Hill
It's up
is
there
that
with
shit.
like, it's up there with City of God. It's up there with Shadas. It's up there with New Jack City. It's up there with Menace. No, not Menace to Society. Well, will
I
be
put it up there
another
with
gangster
Hoodlum
movie.
too.
I
I
put
put it up there with
Yeah, I put that up
Hoodlum.
there with Hoodlum for sure,
Hoodlum.
for sure.
Um, I mean, I don't know. I'm a Gangster Squad fan, man. I know a lot of people don't like that movie, but I love how
I like
just
that movie. I
cartoonish
mean,
that shit is. Yeah, I thought it
Sean
was
Penn
like
was
it was
fucking badass in that movie, dude. Like as Mickey Cohen, like what?
when that one dude knocks both of his goons out behind him into the pool and or not into the pool but near the pool and he's like you're next motherfucker and he's just like my boxing days are over, man. He just turns around and just shoots him like twice into the pool. It's like, yeah, Sean Penn was not fucking around in that movie. He
Mm-mm.
wasn't. His nose is a little weird. Like, he's got that little prosthetic nose,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it was, yeah.
Uh,
But I like Sean Penn in that movie, man.
Gamer Harold says, "Whoa, what? When was your birthday? My birthday was last Thursday, Harold. Uh,
Last week,
yes.
so now
And
we
Chambers,
now we really owe him a fucking 24-hour live stream because of that.
yeah. Uh,
So there's that.
Chambers says, have you seen the new Bad Boys trailer? We talked about that earlier. Chambers
We
says
did.
his top five action movies are Demolition Man, Desperado, Blade, Toy Soldiers, and Assassins. That's a good
Ooh,
list.
Toy Soldiers. I have not seen. Was that with Sean Astin? Sean Astin was in Toy Soldiers. It took place at the school or something like that.
Yeah, I think so.
Toy Soldiers.
With Will Wheaton, bro. And fucking,
Will
and,
Wheaton.
and fucking the Jin as the bad guy from Wishmaster.
Andrew Devo?
Yeah, he's
Get
the
the
bad
fuck
guy
out
in that
of
movie.
here. Oh,
Louis
Andrew
Gossett
Devo is
Jr.?
so underrated, man.
Yeah, he is.
Wait, did
Harley or
we
Emery is in this
win
movie?
or did we just lose? Arlie
Yeah.
Ermey's in there. Listen. That man is a national treasure. God rest his soul.
Yes.
Arlie Ermey is like arguably one of the greatest villains in any movie he's in. Like I remember watching I remember watching Willard and I'm like this dude like I don't know how anybody could work for this guy without killing him. I don't know. I don't know.
For real. Fucking
God damn,
dick,
we
bro.
about to go into double overtime. Fuck these Bucks, man.
Oh, what? We're playing the Bucks?
Yeah. Yeah, we're about to go into double overtime. They called like in the fourth quarter. Giannis traveled, and they argued the call because he traveled and made a bucket for the win. It was like 101 to 101, and Giannis traveled. But now apparently we are about to go into double overtime. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Oh boy, people, that is just a little sidebar note. Yes, I'm a Lakers fan from Philadelphia. The irony does not sit well with people out here, but I
Hey,
I
it's better
don't
than
give
being a fucking 76ers fan, I'll tell you that.
listen. I just now I call my uncle. I be surrounded by Sixers fans out here, and it's like, well, how are you from Philly and you don't like because I like what I like. But when we
Yeah,
beat the Sixers a couple of nights ago, I definitely called my uncle up and was like, look, I don't normally do this, man, but what happened? Like, what happened? And
yeah,
everybody got
right?
to, yeah, I gotta ask. I always have to ask, man, because my thing is, I'm a basketball fan. I mind my business. I speak when I'm spoken to. I gloat, but I don't gloat to people who like don't talk shit to me. I mind my business, but once you come for me, it's like, all right, we gotta start stat patting. How many championships y'all got? Who do y'all have on the team? What is y'all record like? Like it has to make sense. It has to add up to me.
What's their standing? Let's see. Oh, they're
I
8
don't
to
know.
39 and 33.
Yeah. I mean, we won our last three straight. I think we beat the Sixers, we beat the Hawks, and we beat the Pacers the other night. Was it the Pacers?
Yes, Pacers.
Yeah, we won three straight, which is great. But come on, man, we need this. Like last year when we made that Western Conference run, we need that.
No,
We need that now.
the Warriors are 10? Wow.
The
Warriors are
Warriors are
not having a good.
the Warriors suck, man. Listen, I'm sorry, all you Golden State fans out there, but the Warriors are done. That shit is over. That dynasty is over this year. It's a wrap. It's done. All that
Yeah,
Steph Curry dynasty and all that is
they're
over.
playing like the Oakland Warriors now. They're not playing like the
They
Golden
thought,
State Warriors now.
yeah, y'all thought because Chris Paul signed that y'all were going to get a championship this year. No, that shit is over. It's a wrap. Trade Steph to LA and call it a fucking day, man.
Well, Kings
Done.
are having a good season. Okay.
The Kings,
Yeah, they're 42 and
the
29
King,
right now.
the Kings bust the Lakers ass, and the Kings like they can't do nothing with Malik Monk. Malik Monk is an excellent. I'm mad we let go of him, and it's another dude on the Kings that uh Chamber Graham says go Bulls. You know what? I like the Bulls. I listen. I can't even talk shit about the Bulls because y'all got DeMar DeRozan. Y'all, first of all, DeMar DeRozan, we were supposed to have him too. And y'all got one of the ex-Laker champions. Y'all got Caruso. Caruso is not to be played with. Lonzo Ball just got cleared for activity. And I like Lonzo Ball a lot. I feel like he got a rotten deal with all his injuries and shit like that. I want to say y'all
His
still got
pops
Zach
definitely doesn't
LaVine.
help. His
I
pops
hate it.
definitely doesn't help
I
his image.
his dad needs like this is when you need Captain Howdy from Strangeland to just sew his shit shut, like
For
shut
real.
good. I don't like their pop at all, man.
Chicago Bulls
I
are
want to say they still
nothing
got Zach
right now.
Levine,
Oh,
but
Chambers
the
says
Bulls,
they're going
yeah,
to
they're
cut him.
going to cut who? Lonzo Ball is going to get cut
Yeah.
after this year. I would take him back honestly. Uh, Lonzo Ball is we gave him up when we got Anthony Davis. And um, I was a little upset because I wasn't really too fond of AD, and I was so hooked on the young core. Like I was like, oh, Lonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram, and Josh Hart. We're giving up three of our young core players that we didn't even give a chance to grow for AD, but got us a fucking championship. So I cannot complain. He said he can't run.
Holy shit.
God damn, man.
James be going in sometimes, man.
I know.
Yeah.
We need more of it.
So we're back on the 9th and the 23rd. Does those
Let
days work?
me Let me
Or we
mark it
we
down.
do the 16th and the 30th?
Um,
Chambers says at this point he's just a liability for the team. Holy shit.
you know what? No, no, no. Wait. 16th and the 30th. We could say
16th and the 30th.
16th and the 30th.
Okay.
Yeah, just
All right.
just to be safety safe.
All right. Do you want to do our sidebar hottest features? Do you want to do it on
On
the 15th?
the 16th. You know what? I can muster up the courage, and I can get this list together somehow. It's going to take I'm telling you, bro, it's going to be it's going to be a tough one, but I can get this list together. I can get who had the best verse? Yeah, yep, I can do it because I still got my list. I still got my list of who I think the songs that I think would qualify for that, and whose
Okay.
verses would do what. So yeah, we could do that one. We could do
Okay.
that one. This is gonna be
And then
that's gonna ruffle some
also,
feathers.
did you want to, since that's our sidebar, what's going to be our main event? Do you want to do the bad horror movies? The bad good horror movies?
Ooh, the ones that were so bad they were good. Yeah, I got that. Hold up, I know I was right in that one somewhere, some way. Where is it? Yep, I have it here. The best bad horror movies. I got a lot though. I might have to narrow this shit down. And a lot of the ones I got are sequels. Um, yeah, a couple standalones, couple reboots, and there's a lot of sequels on this list. I mean, I guess they still count, but yeah, I got my best bad horror movies for sure.
Okay. So the 16th would be best bad horror movies.
Yeah,
And then
yeah, that's
with
gonna
our,
be
in our sidebar would be hottest feature.
yeah, man. That's gonna be a loaded that's gonna be a loaded topic for show. But
Okay.
I'm here for it. I'm ready.
All right.
I'm
I
ready for the
will
shits.
start. I will start on that list tonight. I already sent you the songs for you to
Yeah,
listen to.
I got yours.
So
Yep, I got yours.
when you get a chance, listen to those because those are going to be some really fun debates. Because I don't know who had the best verse on some of those songs, bro. So
I know. That's why I said some of this shit's gonna be difficult to do. Hello,
Hello.
can I help you?
Now, DJ says go.
This one. It's gonna be tough getting this one to sleep, bro. I might have time to make my whole list as long as this girl's gonna be up.
all right, well I'm gonna get it going because I gotta clean this fucking dog off. Let's see. On the comments, Chambers says, I mean, I would be happy to see him come back, but I don't think he will. His injury was too crazy. Talking about Lonzo, referring to
Oh,
our
okay.
bad good horror movie. Bet you scary movie. Uh, I bet the scary movies are on there too.
No.
Referencing your list because you said sequels, so no scary movies on your list. Okay.
No, not the scary movie franchise, no.
Okay.
Um, because I don't even think like Scary Movie 1 and 2 are great. I don't think Scary Movie 3 is even bad. I just think it's just the shift in tone was just a little weird for me. But part 4 is not so bad that it's good. It's just fucking bad. And part 5 is just stop. Just reboot it at this point.
Yeah. No, don't even do that. Don't even do that because the Waynes aren't getting money off of it. So no, don't do that.
I mean, if they were to get the rights back, I think the Wayans could do it justice. But as of right now, no. Don't do a part 6 if the Wayans aren't even involved in it. It's just not going.
Yeah.
This is not going to work.
All right. Well, then that would be it, man. On the 16th, we'll see you. We'll see you guys again. Again, you can catch our encore on YouTube, on my YouTube channel at Zuko's Corner on Sundays at 6 a.m. for headlines and sidebar, and then at 7:30 a.m. for our main event. So we will see you then. We'll see you on the 16th. Till then, everyone have a good night. We'll see you later.